When we accepted to the closing, everything was very quick and easy. We didn't really have to do anything besides show up and sign our names.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you decided to go with us versus some of those other investors that were out there?
We went through as a traditional realtor. We had a 6-month contract. We had one buyer who pulled out. We had another investor we tried. We had talked with you and a couple other investors. We told you we had an offer with them, and you said, well, if it doesn't
Work out.
pan out, give us a call. So
Sure.
when it fell through, I said, well, let's give this a try.
So you would agree that, having the right numbers in place is an important factor. So knowing what you're doing is really important. You would agree with that, right?
Oh, yeah.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate the experience level of our staff and our team and the professionalism that you received?
Well, it was definitely a 10. I mean, you
Great.
were honest with us and above board right from the beginning.
Transparency,
Absolutely.
very important to us.
And
How was your experience working with Pittsburgh cash home buyers?
Very smooth and easy.
I appreciated that right from the get-go. You explained the process. You said, this is what we're going to do, and you sort of walked us through it. Talk to me in bottom lines.
Great.
And you did.
All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the responsiveness and promptness? Just
I would say a 10. They were very...
10. Okay, I like that one a lot.
So let me ask you, on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate the responsiveness and the promptness of our team?
Oh, yeah.
Every day?
Merciful St.
problem, man.
Peter, yeah. So he'd call and you say, well, we have to talk about this. And you'd be getting back to me within an hour or two. And I thought, so what? That's great. Yeah.
Tell us a little about how the customer experience was for you folks.
Oh, definitely, yeah, it was definitely tops. Of course, I came into dealing with you shell-shocked, having 2 deals close in my face. And I remember when you gave me the offer, I said, you're not going to back out on me too, are you? And you said no, and you didn't.
We followed through.
At some point in time, I'm going to call them and I'm going to say, forget this woman, and you didn't.
Yeah, there was a lot of moving parts to this one, dealing with the court, dealing with the orphans court, dealing with the guardianship, dealing with the legal system, dealing with the judges, the attorneys. We had a lot of work to get through.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So these guys went through a traditional brokerage firm for 6 months, spun their wheels with a listing agency, didn't work out. Went to multiple investors, cash investors. They couldn't get the deal done. Came to us. We followed through with our expectations, and we did what we said we're going to do. And now we're here at the closing tables.
So would you recommend us to friends and family if you ever process other people? Brad got back to us the quickest. Clayton and Brad gave us the offer the fastest out of all of them.
The original appraisal had been way up. Your offer was at a more reasonable
So you
price.
got to facilitate all of that.
And I looked at it, and it was done very well, and it was the way it's supposed to be done.
So from the first call into our company to now, how many months was that? Just to give our viewers a little bit of an
About
idea.
6 months.
6 months. So we had a 6 months relationship with these folks to get them through the sales process, and we hung through the entire step of the way.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. We're happy to get you across the finish line, and
thank
it's a
you.
pleasure doing business with you.
This
We
is-
really thank you for your time.
Thank you, and this is our Christmas present this year.
This is your Christmas present, so you're going to have a great Christmas this year. All right, great.